Do you really think you live in a modern world? Then why do you knock on wood, avoid black cats, and make wishes? These habits aren't just superstitions. They're powerful echoes of ancient rituals. They still control our lives today. What they reveal about you will change everything. Our world seems so rational now. We trust in science, logic, and proof. But deep inside each of us lives an ancient fear. Or maybe it's hope? These primal impulses birthed ancient rituals. They weren't just strange dances or songs. No, they were something much deeper. A ritual was a bridge between humans and the vast, unknown world. Imagine a primal hunter. He sees a storm that could destroy his tribe, or a drought leading to famine. His crops die, his children starve. What does he do? He can't stop the rain, he can't summon the sun, but he can try to influence it. He must. So he begins. Ritual was a desperate bid for control, an attempt to bargain with forest spirits, sky gods, and nature itself. Every gesture, word, and symbol held immense meaning. This was no game. It was life or death. Everything was at stake. Think about it. Ritual was once everything. It helped people cope with grief. It gave courage against predators or enemy tribes. It promised fertile land. Through ritual, humans felt part of something much bigger. They weren't alone in the face of chaos. They believed they could change their fate. We often look at these ancient practices and think, how could they believe that? It's madness. But we forget the world around them, a world full of dangers, unexplained phenomena, a world where death was always near. Hunger, disease, predators, these were part of everyday life. Ritual gave them meaning. It gave them hope. It gave them control. Illusory, perhaps, but absolutely necessary. This search for control, this inner cry for help, led to the most unusual and sometimes cruel rituals. From simple dances around a fire to gruesome sacrifices, human lives were the price. All of it was part of one vast, ongoing dialogue with the unseen. This dialogue never stopped. It simply changed form. It became invisible to us. But what if these ancient voices still whisper to us, making us do things we don't even realize? We'll see exactly how very soon. Don't miss new, deep dives into the mysteries of the past. They are changing our present. Subscribe to Mysteries of the Spirit now. Be the first to uncover shocking truths. And hit like if you're ready to unlock even more ancient secrets. What if the bloodiest, most shocking rituals of the past were not just barbaric? The ones where sacrifices were made on stone altars? What if they were the most rational way to survive and gain absolute power? And why does this primal logic still live inside us? We often turn away. We don't want to see history's darkest pages, those rituals where blood spilled on stones, where human lives became offerings. It seems like sheer savagery, barbarism from bygone eras. But what if this cruelty hid more than just darkness? What if it was a cold, almost rational way to survive? A way to gain power over the world and its people? Imagine a tribe on the brink of starvation. The land yields no crops, the sky stays silent. Desperation rises like a tsunami. Then the elder or priest declares, "A sacrifice is needed, the most precious one. Only this can appease the gods." This wasn't just a thirst for blood, it was an attempt at control, a final desperate chance. In ancient civilizations, from Aztecs to Celts, sacrifices were part of life, not because people enjoyed pain, but because they believed without it, everything would collapse. A child sacrificed could save an entire people from drought. A warrior offered to the gods guaranteed victory in battle. It was a bargain with the universe. Horrific, yes, but they considered it necessary. Or consider rituals of power. Kings and chiefs didn't just wear masks. They didn't conduct secret rites without reason. They showcased their divine connection, their ability to speak with spirits, to control the elements. Each ritual made them stronger. It legitimized their rule. It was theater, yes, but the stakes were absolutely real. Life and death, order and chaos. Blood oaths, initiations through pain, war rituals, all were part of a complex, terrifying system. A system where fear and belief intertwined. They created powerful tools for survival and control. These aren't just textbook stories, they're imprints of deep, primal instincts. Instincts that still shape our understanding of power, sacrifice, and control. We simply stopped calling them rituals, but their essence, perhaps, remains. Ancient rites of passage didn't just change people, they ruthlessly destroyed the old self. On its ruins, they forged a new, completely different person. Today, without these rites, we desperately seek what they offered: true rebirth, and an answer to, who am I? Yesterday, you were a child. Today, you must become a warrior, or a wife, or a shaman. No room for error. Ancient societies didn't know our long teenage crises or self-discovery journeys. Everything was clear-cut. Rites of passage provided this clarity. These weren't just symbolic ceremonies, they were a true journey through hell. They burned away the old self. A new person was born in its place. Imagine a boy barely 10 years old. He's taken from his mother, thrown into a wild forest or a dark cave. He must survive, prove his strength, his courage, his will. Sometimes it meant facing a wild beast, sometimes enduring unimaginable pain. He might return changed, or not return at all. But if he returned, he was no longer a boy. He was a man, a warrior, a tribe member who had earned his place. Girls' initiation rites were also full of trials, sometimes physical, sometimes psychological. They learned survival, their community role, and ancestral secrets. These rituals were harsh, but they gave clear understanding: who you are, your place in the world, and what was expected. There was no doubt, no wavering, just a destiny you accepted through pain and revelation. Consider funeral rituals. These are also rites of passage, from the world of the living to the world of the dead. They helped not just the deceased, but the living. They helped accept loss, process grief, find meaning. Every action, every song, every lament was part of a complex process. A process of saying goodbye and embracing a new reality. They provided structure in life's most chaotic moments. Today, we've lost most of these powerful rituals. We lack clear boundaries. We lack such dramatic transitions. We must search for meaning and our place ourselves. We wander, seeking identity, because we lack that ancient fire that once forged us. Perhaps that's why we often feel lost, unsure who we truly are or what lies ahead. Yesterday, my friend forgot to knock on wood when talking about his plans. The very next day, his project collapsed. Was it just a coincidence, or do ancient rituals still whisper to us from the depths of time? And we don't even realize how many modern habits are their direct continuation. We seem to live in a world of technology and rationality, a world where every step is calculated and science explains everything. But look closer. You'll see the shadows of ancient rituals still glide through our streets. They seep into our homes, into our thoughts. We just stopped calling them that. Take the common phrase, knock on wood. How many times have you done it to ward off bad luck or to make plans come true? It's not just a habit. It's a direct echo of ancient tree spirit beliefs. People believed good spirits lived in trees, spirits that could protect or help. Knocking on wood was a way to summon their protection, to avert misfortune. And we repeat this gesture thousands of years later without thinking. What about a black cat? How many still cross the street if they see one? This fear dates back to the Middle Ages. Cats were linked to witches and evil forces, though in some cultures a black cat actually brings good luck. But our continued reaction to an animal's fur color shows the power of these old beliefs. Or weddings, the bride throwing her bouquet, guests tossing rice or confetti at newlyweds. The tradition of wearing something old, something new, something borrowed, something blue. These aren't just beautiful traditions. They are powerful rituals for fertility, for warding off evil spirits, for wishing good luck and generational continuity. We do this so everything will be good, so the family will be strong. Isn't this the same attempt to control the future that ancient people made? Even a simple birthday, when we make a wish and blow out candles on a cake, that's pure ritual. Ancient Greeks believed candle flames carried our prayers to the gods. The smoke carried wishes to the heavens. The round cake symbolized the sun and life cycles. We do it without thinking. But inside us lives the same need for magic, for wonder, for control over our destiny. We think we're free from superstition, but our gestures, words, and habits give us away. We still seek protection, luck, and control. These ancient whispers, these echoes of forgotten rites, still shape our daily lives. They show how deeply the need for ritual is woven into our human nature. What if 99% of your daily habits aren't actually your choice? From your morning coffee to your evening routines? They aren't just habits. They are deeply embedded programs. Ancient rituals still dictating how you live. To realize this means to finally understand who you are. We've come a long way, from wild rituals in the forest to glass skyscraper offices. But what if all these years we just changed the scenery and remained the same inside? What if our brains still follow ancient programs? Programs that dictate how we live, what we feel, what we believe. These aren't just words. This is a deep truth about human nature. We humans are ritualistic beings, always have been, always will be. Why? Ritual gives us what we fear losing most: control. Even if it's illusory. In a world of chaos, disease, and unpredictable events, ritual was an anchor. It said, "Do this, and all will be well." Or at least, you did everything you could. Look at your own life, your morning coffee, your commute to work, that specific chair you sit on, the way you prepare your food. These aren't just habits, they are our personal, modern rituals. They provide a sense of stability, predictability. They reduce anxiety. We don't make sacrifices, but we perform actions we believe will influence outcomes. It's not just personal either. Imagine a football fan. He wears the same jersey, sits in the same spot, chants the same slogans. Why? Because it's a ritual, one that connects him to his tribe. It gives a sense of belonging, of power. It's the same need for community, for unity, just like ancient tribes dancing around a fire before a hunt. But rituals aren't just heritage, they can also be a curse. When ritual becomes blind obedience, when it turns into dogma that stifles thought, that forbids change, used to divide, to create us versus them, then it's no longer an anchor, but chains. Chains that keep us from moving forward, from seeing new things, from evolving. So what do they tell us about ourselves? These ancient whispers, these invisible threads connecting us to the past. They say we desperately seek meaning. We seek connection. We seek a way to cope with uncertainty. Rituals are a mirror to our souls. They reflect our deepest fears and our fondest hopes. Only we decide if we consciously choose our rituals, or if we let ancient programs control our lives, preventing us from understanding who we truly are.